Hey, dear friends, welcome or welcome back. It's somehow already the end of September. I don't know either, girl. I spent this past weekend in a cabin. It was so cute. It was a little tiny cabin. And I'll share that footage with you, sort of B-roll style that I took. And then I'll come back and we'll talk about the 2 books that I read that were on my fall reading list last video and the Lego set that I built. Okay. Cue B-roll. Cozy. It was so nice. I hope you liked it, like the footage. So I read 2 books. I talked about them in my fall reading list in the last video. It was Welcome to the Hunam Dong Bookshop by Huang Bo-rem. I don't have those books because I gave them back to the library. So yeah, I really liked this book. It was sort of like a wholesome slice of life sort of book, following a young woman. I'm not going to say her name and butcher it, but she is an independent bookseller, an independent bookstore owner, and she sort of leaves her old life behind to chase this dream. And so we sort of learn about her and also just the cast of characters at the bookshop, both community members and people who frequent the bookshop and her employee. And so it's really cute. It's a very wholesome book, very existential, lots of questions about life. But it was so relatable. Questions that I ask myself all the time, questions that I know my friends are asking, just like about living a fulfilling life and trying to figure out what that means for you in your certain situation and certain season in life. Because I think most of the characters in this book sort of have their own version of an existential, I don't want to say crisis, but sort of a what's the meaning and what do I do now? And sort of leaving the identities that they've had behind or the expectation of said identity, whether it's in work or school or as a wife or husband, all those things. So it was really interesting. It was really wholesome. There's even a little romance, I think. Yeah, I really resonated with a lot of the questions that were asked. I love the conversations that happened in the book club that this bookstore was hosting. I felt very passive reading this book, almost like as if I was a patron in the bookstore. Like I learned about these people sort of by association, like sort of adjacent, and watched them. And so I don't feel like I can know too much about any one character. But I liked it otherwise. I thought it was really cool. And then I read Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. I might have called her Diane in the last one. I watched this movie a while ago, and then I realized, had I even really watched it? Because I read the book, and I was like, I don't remember any of this. So we follow Sophie, who is the eldest of 3 daughters, which a character, a title that she carries throughout the book. She feels like it's sort of the doom in her life is inevitable because she is the eldest of 3 daughters. She gets turned into an old lady by the Witch of the Waste, and then seeks out this moving castle that is supposedly led by a wizard who eats the souls of young girls or something like that. So it's a fantasy journey. It's very cute. I can see me reading this, of course, when I was much, much younger, sort of almost like an intro to fantasy. It's like just fantasy enough. We didn't really get, hold up, Bill. Get down, buddy. Okay, interrupted by Bill. He needed some cuddles. So what was I saying? Right. So I think I could see myself reading this, obviously, it's written that way. It has just enough fantasy, right? We don't really get tons of immersion into the little towns that we're in, but it's nice to follow. It's easy to read, and I enjoyed it. So loved both the books I read, Howl's Moving Castle and Welcome to the Hunam Dong Bookshop. They felt right for the cabin, right for the season. And then lastly, I built a Lego style set. It is building blocks, okay? Because Legos are pricey. It's a Moka Pot. It's so cute, y'all. Let me show it to you. It's a little precarious, so I'm afraid to pick it up, but I brought it over. Ooh, don't break. So cute. It's so cute. It was a lot of pieces. If I could find how many pieces, I'll put it on the screen. But it was tons of pieces, and I would do it again. It did come with a coffee grinder build, and maybe I'll do that another time because this took me a while. So that was my cabin trip. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't fall off. I will see you in the next one.